Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Homomachina. This is session 28, No Future. We hope you enjoy.
Last session, we started off in medias res in the Pacifica Fall Festival. Or was it the Night City Fall Festival in Pacifica?
It's Night City Fall Fest.
Yeah, so we started off there. We went to go see Bug in the car show. And we saw Bug's ride, Cherry, with the gun. But I don't think she had the gun loaded or anything because, it's a family event. Who knows? We didn't test it. And then we also saw a car owned by the infamous Candy Cane to celebrate her new release. And from there, we went to go see Settling the Score take the stage and play their gig, and they were great. Tons of fans. People love them. And they were followed by Neonics, but we didn't stay for that show. We instead went backstage to meet with Score and team. And we did a lot of proverbial laying the cards on the table, sharing what all we know. We already kind of knew, but Score came out about his relationship to PersonaCraft, Autumn being his mother, and others, of course, being his siblings by extension. And they came up with a gig for us. We're going to hit directly at PersonaCraft and take out Autumn's daughter, which I know starts with a C, but her name is escaping me.
Clarice,
that was very, Silence of the Lambs. So we're going to go after her. She lives in the executive zone. Very difficult to get in, but apparently there's some sort of maglev construction going on that we're going to use to sort of hopefully get through the barricades into the zone at some point. We haven't started planning that yet. Score and them offered us their bankroll, essentially, to do what we need, and we'll continue to share information. Cerveau and us, we also shared what we know about Nexus, the rogue AI behind the black wall that seems to be behind the Persona part of PersonaCraft, crafting the minds of these replica people that they're making. And from there, we watched the fireworks and sort of reflected on the good times that might be coming to an end as we head into what seems to be some sort of exciting conclusion with PersonaCraft and our quest to take them down. And then at the very end, we all received separate messages from a mysterious Ilver Sandar offering us a gig. Each of us heard only our part of the gig. And then we shared over a message log what we'd been contacted to do. And I think we're meeting with this mysterious person out in the Badlands in a matter of hours.
Perfect. So take your 3 luck points. And as we begin entering this climax, entering this fight against PersonaCraft, do not forget that you are not alone. You have made allies throughout your time fighting this that you may or may not use to your advantage. It is currently Friday, October 13th. Ilver Sandar just sent that message to you all with a few deets and an address to the Badlands, which you all have conveyed to one another. It is in a few hours that this takes place, so this is pretty urgent. If you want those deets, if you want this gig, you pretty much need to start heading there now. Half of what you requested of this person has already been paid up front. There was no haggling. There was no questions asked. Whatever you demanded and set your price as, this person has agreed to. So with having this address, with knowing that deets are on the table, more deets of this gig to get the rest of what you asked for, what are you doing?
With only a few hours until we're supposed to meet, Cerveau, I would just be gathering my things, and I'd message the group and say, "Hey, are we gonna head out here together? Should we meet out there?" I still have this very nice car that belongs to the Grimms, so I could take that out there.
Iris would be doing the same, kind of gathering whatever she needs. And Cerveau texts the group chat, right?
Yes.
She'll respond. Yeah, I mean, if you want to pick me up in that cool car. And she'll give like a corner, not her exact address, but just a corner near where she is that she'll be waiting at for him to pick her up.
Yeah, sounds good.
Right.
It would be nice to be passenger princess for once, so yeah. Sends that in the group chat as he's setting up one of his the smaller red panda stuffy next to the flower that he has in his apartment. Then on the side to Cerveau send his address. I don't think he sent that before, so.
Sounds good. I'll let you know when I'm on the way.
Okay. And as plans have been made, Cerveau, do you head there? Is there anything you're trying to pick up before you make your way there?
I don't know if I would carry it with me. Probably not to the fall festival, so I would go home. Which is not too far away. And before I get in my car, just deck out. You know, I carry 2 pistols. One's very heavy, one's my heavy. And make sure I got my suit's all repaired. Make sure I got my net running suit on and everything with my best tracksuit over it. A nighttime tracksuit, darker colors. And then, I don't know if Mads is around. He might still be at the festival.
Mads would still be at the festival. Yeah, he went off with some of his old school friends, and he's probably spending the night as a 16-year-old should.
Yeah, I'll leave a note in the apartment just in case. You know, I'm out. All's well. Don't wait up. See you soon. And then I'll get in the vehicle and head to the addresses they gave me.
Okay. Who do you go pick up first?
Honestly, just proximity. So it depends on who's closer.
Okay. Iris is in Pacifica, correct? A Cube Hotel in Pacifica?
I think I'm actually... I want to say I was in Haywood, because it's either Haywood or Rancho Coronado. I'm pretty sure those are the 2 places that I was in.
Okay.
Or one of them.
It's up to you where you want to stay, so which are you in?
We'll do Haywood.
Okay. If I'm remembering correctly, Lucas is in Rancho Coronado, correct?
Yeah. Yep, that's what I was just looking at.
Okay, perfect. So I do think Rancho Coronado is closer than Haywood, if I'm remembering the map correctly, because Haywood's north. So yeah, so Lucas is closer. And since Lucas is closer, Lucas, is there anything you're doing to prepare before Cerveau gets you?
Just kind of going over the gear, being sure. Have the weapons, the ammo, the armor is repaired. He's bringing those special unique bombs that he has that he hasn't used yet from so long ago. Because he's never without them. So, yeah, just kind of the basics of just getting prepared.
Okay. You're able to get prepared. Cerveau, you're able to pick Lucas up. Is there anything you two wish to talk about before you head for Iris?
I don't think we shared it, so I would just very casually. We're trying to act casually, rather. So what's your part in this gig? It just got me in the net, you know. covering up breadcrumbs?
I was tasked with getting 2 people out, bringing them somewhere, and getting rid of them at its simplest. So,
Taxi or hearse?
I think hearse was implied. Taxi could be a hearse if we try hard enough. So,
Or don't try hard enough. Yeah.
or that.
Okay. I wonder if Doc Ice is still around. There's some disposal. I don't want to tell you how to do your job. I was just thinking out loud.
Well, if we're all meeting in the same place, we might have different parts of the same job. So, ice might be the easiest. Honestly, I hadn't even thought about that.
I don't think she's cheap, though. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. This person that messaged me, though, I don't think they're sparing any expense. I mean, they pretty much let me name my price.
Same. I don't think cost is a worry here. So she's not cheap. That's okay. I think I got a little bit to spare.
Yeah. Not to mention we got score in them. You know, kind of rolling in the eddies. Kind of an unfortunate time to finally be rolling in the eddies.
I did intend to start a tab for the score to handle. So
Yeah, me too. Well, hopefully this one's easy.
they always are. It's fine.
And I'll just sort of move my hands up to 10 and 2 as I longingly look at each of my hands and continue driving.
As the night lights just hit those metallic hands, as you don't have meat hands anymore. You have lost them both now, one not by choice. And you continue on to Iris's place. But before we get to Iris's place, Iris, is there anything you wish to do before they get there?
I think pretty much the same thing. She's just making sure she has all of her weapons, making sure she has her phone fully charged, or agent fully charged. And I think just while she's waiting to be picked up, she'll just do a quick search on Neonix. Just like who the band members are, how new they are, and kind of any general information that a quick search would give her.
Alrighty, with that, go ahead and roll me a library search.
Where are you? There you are. Okay. Oh, that's a crit fail. Okay, so it is a 12.
Okay. Neonix is a pretty new band. There are 4 members, and there's not a whole lot about them. It seems that they've started gaining popularity within the last month, 2 months or so. There are specifically 2 males, 2 females, and they kind of fall into that K-pop drama. And that's about all you can get from Neonix.
Okay, so she'll just make note of that. And maybe just kind of circle back to it. I don't know. She kind of has this feeling that Neonix may be something more than what they are. I don't know. So she might just follow up on that. But otherwise, she'll just kind of browse about that while she waits to be picked up. And she'll be at the corner waiting.
Well, let's go with that. Like, you think that there's something else. They might be more than what they say they are. What is your idea here?
I guess she just wants to see if there's any kind of crossovers between Neonix and Persona Craft or any other corp or bio tech. See if there's any kind of relationship between them and corpse that we've been dealing with.
Ooh, okay. Roll me a deduction.
Okay.
Since you're coming up with there might be some kind of connection there, I will say with a library search of a 12, you don't find any articles, you don't find any actual pieces of evidence that they are connected.
Okay. So, deduction 18.
Okay, with an 18, you kind of work in a rumors department. You work on rumors really, really well. With that library search, you can't find concrete evidence, but with that path you're trying to go down with Persona Craft and the fact that Persona Craft likes to make copies and bodies are being made, but personality constructs are being created by this nexus. There are 2 women and there are 2 men, and they're very popular very quickly. And that is where I will leave you with that. What you can pull from that rumor. It's not necessarily a rumor, but you can kind of make a rumor with it.
Okay. I have ideas. Cool. Okay. So she'll just be waiting on the corner then.
Perfect. And as Lucas and Cerveau being the driver this time, while Lucas is passenger princess, you find Iris in that location she said she was going to be at.
I roll up, roll the window down, get in Schumer doing midnight gigs.
She'll chuckle and put her agent in her back pocket and I guess go into the back seat.
Alrighty. You hop in the back seat. You all start heading towards the Badlands, I'm assuming. Is there anything you wish to do while you're on that trek?
Super casual still, similar to earlier, just sort of over my shoulder without looking back, just ask. So, what's your part in all this?
I need to create a false criminal report, evidence report. I'm not quite sure what that evidence would be yet, but I do have to create one.
Okay,
What about
similar.
you guys?
Well, they want me covering stuff up in the net, so it sounds like a counterpart to what you're doing. Seems well planned.
Well, then we could collaborate on that, make sure things line up.
There you go. Good thinking. I hadn't even thought of that.
Well, when you're in the media, kind of have to make sure most of your loose ends are pretty tight. So, and I learned my lesson. Sorry, yeah.
And I'm just taking 2 people and smuggling them far, far away.
Any specific far away?
Not in the realm of communication far away. Fucking dead.
It sounded so romantic until you said that.
Oh, I wasn't there for that. I was gonna make a Georgia Sunset thing or Atlanta Sunset. I hear that if you did want some romance, you could go to Atlanta.
City of Romance?
City of Romance. That's what I've heard.
Is that what they call it these days?
I don't know. I've never been to Atlanta, nor really had a romance, so I'm not really a good expert on either of those subjects.
Yeah. I've heard a lot about Atlanta, though, so you might be onto something.
I mean, if we're hearing about it all the way over here, something must be in Atlanta. When all of this is over, why don't we just road trip to Atlanta and find out what the whole deal is?
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, that sounds great. We'll be lucky if this car makes it out of California.
It'll work. It's one of ours. It'll be great. It'll get us there.
And if it breaks down, we'll have Lucas. It's fine.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can do that too. Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I worrying for? Atlanta it is. Okay, making future plans.
Why don't we just go there now? It sounds like a much better plan.
Honestly, yeah, let's just forget about, all the people dying and being replaced and, corpse taking over entirety of Night City and our friends and family potentially dying. And let's just go to Atlanta. That sounds like a good idea.
See, yeah, it sounds really heavy, and this would just be easier. Road tripping.
I mean, it's a little doom and gloom, but I mean, at least for this gig, we haven't even been paid yet, so we could kind of swing by there.
Well, I mean, I got half paid.
Oh.
Did you not get half paid?
No, but it's okay. I'm cool. That's fine. Can't really half it.
What do you mean half it? It's Eddie's.
So how far away is this place? That was obvious, wasn't it? I didn't ask for Eddie's. I'm assuming you two did.
Well, yeah. I kind of lost everything, so.
And it helps fund doing more things, so yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I asked for a favor, and I didn't specify, which at the time I thought that could really come in handy. But who is this person? They could be no one. The favor could be worthless. I guess we'll find out.
What realm of favor? Like a work favor? Looks back at Iris, like an Atlanta favor? Like what favor are we talking about?
An Atlanta favor sounds like code for something. So yeah, I'm hoping they're connected because I was just like a favor. I don't know how much to ask for, but like if they are connected, we're trying to get into the exec zone. Scoring them had a plan, but I don't know, one plan going into that. We gotta have some contingencies. So maybe this person, if they're connected enough to message all of us in this coordinated way and offer, I'm assuming, whatever we asked for, maybe it'll come in handy.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely posed it as a name your price, so it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot that would be out of the realm of possibility of what to ask for.
Maybe I should have asked for more. I mean...
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you don't know who these people are that you have to take out, do you? Any identifying features that you were told, or...
Well, as I mentioned to Cerveau, I think we're all into the same gig here, just at different parts. It's... The roads were the ones who were mentioned.
Oh shit.
The roads?
The roads.
Like mayor and mayor wife?
No, 32nd Street. Yeah, the roads.
All right. Interesting.
Damn. So who's got it in for the... So that means they're not with Persona Craft, or maybe they are. Maybe PC's done with the roads. There's not a chance of working for PC, is there?
Well, so what do we know? We know that their daughter was replaced. So they already got what they wanted, and maybe Persona Craft is pushing for more, and Rhodes is, I don't know, maybe having some sort of moral dilemma with throwing his city under the bus because of a corp that he helped once. I don't know. Maybe it's just run its course, and now it's time to get rid of him.
I mean, I guess it's always possible. I mean, if Persona Craft wants someone gone, it seems more likely that they'd hire someone on the outside, right? They don't want to get caught doing this, so...
I don't know, though, but they haven't been a stranger to assassinating people themselves.
No, that's
They got the
fair.
equipment for it.
They cover at most assassinations.
Well, so I am pretty confident that Persona Craft figured out that I was coming after them. Hence why I needed to go into the witness protection program, essentially. So why would this person, if they were working for Persona Craft, reach out to me if they already tried to hush me?
That's true. What name did they refer to you as? Because mine greeted me like Cerveau. They knew my name.
Oh, did they say?
Sabrina.
They said Sabrina. Okay. Oh, they used my alias, Sabrina.
It's a fresh alias too, right? Like, how long have you had that?
Like, just over a week. About. So whoever this person is, there's, I think, only you two and one other person that knows this name, actually.
Well, I didn't message us all.
So that leaves Andra.
You know what? I mean, that would also track, because I'm sure she's mighty pissed at her father and mother, if she even refers to him as that.
I understand that, but even taking them out yourself? I guess this Andra I might not know the best, but that's cold.
She might be pissed.
I mean, I didn't know her very well, and I wasn't there when she found out what she was, but I think I'd be pretty upset if my parents lied to me about what I am and tried to, I don't know, make me come back as a better version of who they wanted me to be, maybe. Who knows what changes they made? It's having some sort of identity crisis? I don't know. But I'd be pissed. And, I mean, apparently pissed enough to take out the mayor of Night City, despite it being her father.
Yeah, I suppose so. He's just looking out the window at the lights.
Well, I suppose the next couple hours will answer a lot of questions.
So I guess with that knowledge, we should plan on covering up the murder of the mayor of Night City.
I don't
Well, that's
envy
not
your
my
spot.
part.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It would be easier writing the article or putting a bullet in their head.
But wait, none of us have been tasked with that part, have we? Unless, Lucas, I don't know what state you plan to pick them up in.
Well,
And we know
Lucas
what-
said to kill him, so I assumed that meant dead.
And dispose is the word I got, so
So maybe not so much murder as it is just disappearance.
But if she is pissed, wouldn't she want to do the deed herself? Maybe that's her part.
well, I guess that's fair. How it was mentioned was to smuggle them to a location and dispose. It didn't tell me Didn't tell me to take care of it, to pull the trigger myself. Just said smuggle and dispose. So if this is what we think it is, she very well could be at whatever spot that is and do it herself.
That's fair. So I guess... I don't know. It's an interesting choice of words, though. Dispose of people. You don't really say that unless you kind of regard them as on par with trash, I guess? Something that you don't need anymore?
As we stated, that could absolutely be applicable to where her mindset might be with it.
Well, if this is Andra, we'll find out, I guess, at 1 a.m.
And as you continue driving, it does take a little while to get out there. You arrive at like 12:45. And where you have gone to, as you're watching the lights, and then the lights start to slowly diminish as you go out into the middle of nowhere. This isn't a civilized area. There's actually no sign of civilization in this section except for the LED ads from Night City that you can see going towards the sky very far away. Very isolated section. And all you see here is a shack. As you pull up, and what are you doing?
Can I just run a quick scanner on the shack and see what we're dealing with?
Yeah, go ahead and roll interface.
8.
With an 8, this place doesn't even look like it's connected to the grid.
Good. I actually feel more at ease.
As soon as we get here, I think Lucas will get out of the car. Let's see how to explain it. Step out of the car, open the door, but still kind of like standing, leaving the door open and standing behind the door and just shouting inside, or shouting at the shack. Hello? We are present.
As you say hello, we are present. You can hear the sound of a desert at night. The wind blowing through like the tumbleweeds. And then the smell of fresh air that combines with the smell of outside of Night City. Your voice echoes, but you do not get a response.
Hand just resting on my weapon. So I would say I stood up out of the car, but standing behind the open door.
I think Iris would have also gotten out. I don't think she's really reaching for her weapon so much as just kind of waiting in anticipation.
I think after not getting a response, Lucas just looks at both Cerveau and Iris, not even saying a word, but just kind of like with raised eyebrows, like, get closer. Thoughts, questions, concerns?
I'll take my agent out. Is it 1 a.m.?
It is like 12:50 now.
I'm just going to message the person. Well, no, the message got corrupted, so I can't message them back, can I?
Correct.
I mean, we're a little bit early, I guess. I can't message them back. Mine got all fucked up.
Did all of the messages corrupt, or did my message corrupt as well? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go check out the shack. Because it's there. This is the only thing here. So why would they give us this spot if the shack wasn't important? And she'll start walking towards the shack.
Okay. Gonna walk straight in.
I think she'll stop right before wherever the door is and just kind of look at it. Does it look pretty dilapidated?
It fits with the shack, yeah.
Okay. Is there any sort of like glowing lights coming from inside or anything that may seem a little off about it?
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. 18.
With an 18, if you're just looking over the door, you don't see any lights coming from the shack. You don't see anything off about the door. It's just a shack.
And does it have a turn knob?
Yeah, it's got one of those like old school, like about to fall off knobs.
Okay, so I could just twist it and it would... I'm gonna try to open the door.
Okay, you open the door, and as you do, it squeaks, it rattles. It's an old door. And when you open it, it is this tiny, tiny room. The shack is not big at all. All that is in the shack is a chair. And that's it.
She'll, over her shoulder, there's a chair.
Is anybody sitting in it?
No, not that I can see. It's a very small room, just a chair. And she'll look back and like peek her head in and see if there's anything like on the ceiling or walls.
As you peek your head in, are you going in the room at all?
I think she wouldn't like totally like go inside. I think she's kind of like leaning in. Most of her body's still outside the door, but her head is inside.
Okay, as you put your head inside and look around, you're looking at the ceiling, the walls, the floor. It is a dirt floor. The walls are very dilapidated. The ceiling is dilapidated. You don't see anything except for the chair in the center of the room. And specifically, the chair in the center of the room has its back facing you. It's like this old school metal chair that you would sometimes see in schools. Very old, dilapidated. The back is facing towards you. So if you were to sit in it, your back would be facing the wall, facing the door.
Okay. So she'll lean back out. I mean, unless, and she'll look at Cerveau, unless you see anything different, it's just a chair. There's dirt floor and a chair.
I'll start walking closer, sort of following the path that Iris took. Does my bug detector go off as I get closer?
It does not.
And I'll just call out. I mean, it seems to be clean of any kind of bugs. So maybe they just really want to be off the grid. I get it. But like if they're not here, maybe we're still early. Do I see any other cars coming? Since we're in the middle of nowhere, do I see headlights or anything around us?
Roll me a perception check.
$12.
Okay, with a 12, you do not see any headlights. It is the only civilization you see out here is from the ad lights from Night City. You might can see some lights pretty far off for some neighborhoods or for some nomad camps that are very far off. But in terms of like any other kind of light, you do not see any. But with a 12, you do see tire tracks that are not from your car.
Where do they lead?
It looks like they are So go ahead and roll me a land vehicle tech.
$15.
With a 15, this is specifically 2 wheels, so you know it's a motorcycle. But it looks like it came in and then left the way it came.
Is the wind blowing?
The wind's blowing.
Is it dusty, rocky? What's it like?
Being October, there's a slight chill, especially with it being in the desert. It gets really cold at night. But it's not like causing any kind of dust storms or anything like that. It's very gentle.
I'm trying to deduce if the tracks were not recent, would the wind have sort of blown them over? Does the fact that I see them in a bit of a windy desert, if we are in one, imply, or could I deduce that they're recent?
If you want to try a deduction, go ahead.
$12.
With a 12, these are pretty recent. Because otherwise, sand and dirt move around. It's breezy enough that tracks like this wouldn't stay very long.
I'll point out what I think I've deduced is, someone was here. There's bike tracks, but kind of looks like they came and left. So I don't know if they're still around. I don't know if they just left us like dead drop details on the inside. I don't know.
Do the tracks go up to the shed?
Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, crit success. 27.
Okay, with a 27, the tire tracks are where Cerveau is. The bike tracks do not come directly to the shed. However, as you're looking around on outside the door, you see your feet prints from the shoes that you wear, but you also see another person's footsteps that have walked from the tire tracks to the door, and then you see them leaving again.
So they go up to the shack and then back to where the bike tracks were?
They go into the shack and then back out.
So seeing that, she'll just call out, looks like someone went in to the shack and left. Tracks are still here. Should we go in?
At this point, yeah, might as well.
Okay. And she'll step inside the shack.
I'll follow closely behind.
I think we'll be at the shack, but like on the outside. Shotgun held to his chest, got kind of just by like crossed arms, just kind of looking around.
Okay. Did you want to roll a perception check too?
Sure. Why does this feel wrong? That's a D20. That's why it feels wrong. 11.
Okay, with an 11, you see what's been pointed out. You see the footprints that go in. You see the footprints that leave. You see the motorcycle tracks. But other than what has already been stated, you don't see anything else. Now, you could always delve into that if you wanted to, but you don't see anything else.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to look super close into it. But yeah, just kind of pacing a little bit outside, being aware of what's going on inside, but also doing his best to be aware if anyone rolls up or if he happens to see a light out in the distance or something. Just kind of aware for anything.
Okay. And as both Cerveau and Iris walk in, this is a tiny room, so it doesn't take you very far to get to the chair, to pass the chair. And as you do, you see 3 shards sitting on the seat of this chair. There is no label or clue or anything else. It's completely unidentifiable, but it's this black shard, and there are 3 identical ones sitting on the seat of the chair, ready to be chipped.
Well, I have a feeling these are for us.
Yeah, normally I like to practice safe chipping, but I think we should just go for it.
Is there any net scans you could do to see if there's a... I don't know how viruses work.
I don't
Sure, you
think
could
I can
get one.
see anything. See, above table, I don't think the scanner will show the contents of something, just if you can connect to it. So, no, I think we're just going to have to see what's on it.
Well, no risk, no reward, I guess. So she'll pick one up and... Well, I guess she'll pick 2 up if Cerveau grabs one.
No, grab one.
She'll quick look around the shack again, but she'll walk out and hold out the shard to Lucas.
Just takes it without hesitation, holds it up like he's about to put it in. Just doing it.
Maybe
Same
one
time?
of us go first in
We
case, like,
stab her, right?
yeah, maybe.
That way not all of us are incapacitated.
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
Godspeed.
And I'll slot the shard.
Just to say, we'll quickly follow suit. If Cerveau does it and his head doesn't explode, we'll do it almost immediately as well.
Then, yeah, I guess after she sees Lucas slot it, then she'll go ahead and slot it too.
Okay. So as you slot this, as you slide the shard into the slot that's behind your ear, your visions change slightly. You still see what's going on in this room or outside of this room, but bright red pixels, almost like an overlay to your vision, start to spread out, and you can see a layout of the executive zone. This is very similar to that first shard y'all did with Rose Red, when y'all got the outline of Mega Building H10. You all see a main gate that is always guarded and has private security and drones on the outside. You see golf courses, tennis courts, a luxury pool and spa for the executive zone, houses whose living room is at least double the size of your homes, cars that cost triple what you've made in your entire lifetime. The executive zone is a zone made of luxury. And only one of you has seen this place once. You see the maglev on the south end that transports people directly to the rebuilding urban center so execs can go to their executive jobs. This is the home of the very rich and very powerful. You have a map of the executive zone. And one house in the executive zone. Lucas, you know the house. Is highlighted over all the other ones here. And I mean, these houses are big, 3 stories, huge, nice yards. Some of them have pools in the back or like very fancy outdoor fireplaces with places to host parties. And then a voice begins to speak to you. It's distorted and it's masculine.
You will have one chance at this. On Saturday, October 21st, a guard will be at the main gate. The main gate requires a code. Guests, vehicles, etc. are scanned before entering to ensure the safety of those that enter. At exactly 3 a.m. on October 21st, a vehicle will be scanned in with a Militech license plate and gear. That vehicle will be you. If you miss this window, I can no longer get you in that entrance. Your targets are Isaiah and Tiffany Rhodes. There will be a council meeting on October 20th that should go in Rhodes' favor. This should lower the Rhodes Guard. You will follow this road.
And it highlights a road for you to go on, to the Rhodes estate.
Make sure your vehicle is parked in the driveway. The vehicle you use will have the cover of a Militech vehicle as long as it is in the executive zone. Isaiah and Tiffany have a few security drones and measures outside of their home. Either sneak in or deal with it. The choice is yours. You will need to disarm the security panel before entering. It will automatically call security if you do not. There is black ice in the system. Netrunner. When entering their net, I want you to leave traces that Militech is involved. How you do that is up to you. Media. I want you to create a scene that frames Militech. Plagiarize a police report to match the evidence you fabricate. How you do that is up to you. Provide this to your Nomad. Nomad. I want you to get Isaiah and Tiffany to this specific location.
And a quick highlighting of a address starts to pop up on the side of your vision. And it keeps blinking there for a few moments, and it is in the Badlands, not here. A completely different location in the Badlands.
Do not bring any attention to yourself. Isaiah and Tiffany both have insurance, meaning they have bio monitors that send distress signals to trauma team of their vitals and their location. Make sure to take care of that if you don't want trauma team on your ass. They will kill you, no questions asked. How you do this is up to you.
You all then will see those red pixels zoom in on that highlighted house. And you see a perfectly detailed blueprint of the Rhodes home. It is a 3-story home with a fenced-in backyard with the greenest turf in the executive zone. There are 3 entrances to the first floor, a front door, a back door, and a garage. Their bedroom, where they should be at the time of night at past 3 a.m., is on the second floor. There are 2 ways to the second floor: the main stairway near the front entrance, or the side stairway near the kitchen on the east side of the house. The third floor appears to be extra bedrooms and storage space, but there are windows you could use on the second and third floor that you could use as an entry point.
I want the targets brought to this address alive. Bring them into this building. Make sure they are restrained. I recommend signal jammers of some sort.
And you all see an address pop up that starts flashing.
If only the Nomad is here, wait until dawn. I trust you not to disappoint me.
And you see the address flashing again.
You have 120 seconds to vacate this property.
The voice on that shard distorts to nothing but static. And then you hear that breaking of a shard.
I'm popping it out of my cranium, dropping it on the floor, and say, I don't think they're fucking around. And I'm going to head to the door. Quickly.
Yeah, I think Iris will pop out the shard and drop it near the chair, and then book it for the car.
Yeah, same.
And as you all take the shard out, toss it into that room, put it on the chair, you get to the car, and then as the shack goes up in flames.
They were indeed not fucking around. Did I park far enough away that it's okay?
Yeah, it pretty much just destroys that area like it was a contained demolition to destroy whatever was in that room.
Okay. We got a week, which seems like a long time, but this is the margin of error here is non-existent, which I don't operate really well in that kind of environment. I make a lot of errors.
This seems to take a lot of subtlety, and as we have stated in the past, we've had our issues with subtlety. So,
Yeah, this seems pretty high stakes.
But I feel like we know the most out of a lot of things we've done before, too. We've gone in, not blind, but missing details before. We have a lot of details this time.
that's fair.
Yeah, everything's been essentially laid out. We just have to execute it.
There are some details we need to take care of, though. And I'm making like this mental list of signal jammers, Militech garb, or potentially Militech signal spoofs. We might need to check out some of the local markets. Tracker comes to mind.
Yeah, I think any sort of subtle weapons, quiet weapons, silencers, melees would probably be good. Should we get into any sort of combat?
Yeah. And then alive. That's going to be a real.
We'll need some good restraints too.
And something to shut him up, too. Maybe knock him out somehow.
Do we know anyone that can make some sort of knockout serum?
I think there's a few options to go to. That might be one of the easier things to get, honestly.
I mean, our job is easy if we can manage to get in quietly and just eject them, get their bodies out and over to the address that we were given.
Would anything... You go.
I had an above table question. When they said if only Nomad wait until dawn, was that if only Lucas dropped them off, he has to wait until dawn? Or if we're all there together, we can drop them off and leave? Or
The way it's worded is this person needs the Nomad at dawn.
okay. So we could all drop him off, but Lucas has to stay until dawn.
The reason being is part of the contract that Lucas has disposal. Nothing has been disposed.
It doesn't end at the shack.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, the shack's not there anymore. So when you said drop him off at this address, that was a different address, not where we were sitting.
That was a different address in the Badlands.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the address since it's brought up anyway. Is that anything that's slightly familiar, or is it just totally just something random?
It is random. You can roll me a... what is the best thing for this? Concentration, or we could even do tracking if you wish to kind of get more of an idea of like what is in that area. But it's not necessarily, it's not near like a nomad camp that you know of.
Yeah, the main point was just to see if it was, anything that was familiar. So, I mean, an 18 for concentration. But
18 for concentration. This is an area in the Badlands that is pretty far out. It's like an old windmill farm that no one really has anything to do with now. It's dilapidated, falling apart. Very good at not being found.
Gotcha. I'm not familiar with trauma team stuff. If we were to go the route of any drug, that wouldn't alert trauma team at all, as long as it doesn't do anything to him, keeps him asleep, that'd be silent.
I mean, they mentioned signal jammers. I feel like that's the way to do it, because that's what's going to alert trauma team, is any kind of change in their vitals that might set that off. So I don't think we can spoof their vitals. Maybe. We'll probably just have to disrupt the signal. But then again, I don't know. I've never been able to afford that. I don't know if it constantly pings, and if it misses a ping, then maybe they'll come knocking. I don't know. I could ask around.
Can I try to remember anything about how trauma team works?
Go ahead and roll me if you're trying to remember. Roll a concentration check. Otherwise, I think the best thing here would be if you're trying to figure out about the actual piece of equipment and electronics check. But if you're just trying to remember more so about like trauma team and kind of how that works, roll me a concentration.
Yeah, okay, so I'll do concentration.
Could I try even though I've never had insurance?
Your DV will be higher, but again, you could
I'll
do
take a
electronics, security tech in terms of like trying to like remember things about that piece of equipment, or you can just do concentration check about trauma team.
I'll do electronic security tech.
I had a crit success for a 23.
Okay, we're gonna go with the 23 first. You know that trauma team, when they get an alert, like a negative alert, is when, depending on what level you pay for your insurance, they will start making their way to you with a whole team. And with a whole team, I mean a doctor as well as bodyguards, and they will kill anybody that might be a threat to you. If that vital comes in as stressed, or if that vital comes in as something is like heart rate's too high or things like that, or if you have like a vital wound. So it's not necessarily pings, it's more so getting that elevated heart rate, getting that wound, getting a notification that something's wrong. So if that a piece of equipment could not send that, they probably wouldn't come running.
Okay, and would it be safe to assume that Isaiah probably has the highest tier of trauma team?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what does Cerveau get?
I got a 13.
With a 13, this doesn't have much to do with the net. And this is a type of equipment that you've never really had the money to purchase insurance, so you don't really know how that biomonitor works.
Makes sense.
Well, it's safe to assume that Isaiah and Tiffany would have the highest tier of trauma team. I think we should plan for that.
Oh, yeah.
And that means full cavalry. Should they be more stressed than normal or mortally wounded, they'll get the notification and come running. Bodyguards and all, and it's kill on sight, essentially, if you're posing a threat, so...
Maybe just be a question asked then whenever we go to get it, that if we go the drug route, something off the radar, something that'll keep them out for a while. If
So
that
like
exists.
There's no risk of like signal disruption? Like if do they check in on them? Or is it just if something bad happens?
Could I try to remember if I know that?
With a 23, and having had some experience in questioning someone in the medical field and interviewing someone in the medical field, it's more so checking in would be a violation of privacy, and execs really do not want that.
Okay, so it's kind of like it'll just pop up. They're not actively looking. It'll, like, if they get stressed, it'll just sound an alarm for a trauma team?
Correct.
Okay. Well, so, I mean, we know execs don't really like to be tracked or checked in on, so it's, from what I understand, it's just if the signal arises, they'll get it, and then they'll come. If they don't get a signal, they won't.
Okay, so no one's gonna come knocking. We just can't let the call go out.
Yeah, if we can stop trauma team from being notified, whether it's by keeping their vitals the same or jamming it or both, preferably, then we should be fine.
Okay. The shard mentioned we're coming in a Militech vehicle. Did it mention where we get that?
It said you would be scanned in as a Militech vehicle. That does not necessarily mean you have to have.
I just mean we're in one.
Mm-hmm.
So we can bring any car?
Mm-hmm. According to how it was written, you're being scanned in with a Militech license plate, Militech gear. You're being scanned in. They're falsifying your car.
Okay. So there's not like a physical person that like walks to you and like searches. It's just you pull up, they scan, and then you go.
According to what has been given, getting in the entrance as long as you are at 3 a.m. is taken care of.
Okay.
That was not something that this person has put on your plate, probably because they've already done something.
Okay. Saturday the 21st at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then the day before, Isaiah has a meeting that's going to have him lower his guard, make him feel more comfortable.
What it is giving you the detail is the 20th, the night of the 20th, there is some kind of council that seems to be going in Rhodes' favor. Meaning, from a win, probably will lower your guard a bit when you go home. Y'all are coming in that same night, that morning.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, cool.
Well, those are just the physical aspects of it. I mean, any thoughts on how you shove this off on to Militech aside? I don't even know.
Well, one, we're going to need strong motive. And the first one that comes to mind is Militech backed Baxter. And Baxter lost. That was the first and only thing that came to mind as far as motive for why they would do this.
Iris.
Can I recall anything about, like, with all of the research I've done, have I come across anything that kind of outlines the relationship between Militech and Persona Craft? Like how obvious is the feud? If there even is a feud, are there key points, key things that may have happened?
You haven't really looked into Militech. That hasn't been like a thing in your library searches. If that is something you wish to like look up on your agent or something like that on the ride back,
Okay.
we could do something like that.
Okay, cool. Iris knows that Baxter was replaced, right? I think we talked about that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Baxter was killed, but he's now under Persona Craft, I guess, because he's been replaced.
That's what I was going to mention. If Baxter, of all people, if the idea was to make him the brains of this, someone who's at least potentially controlled by Persona Craft and going after Persona Craft or Biotechnica type people, it might not be the clearest motivation. Might not be believable.
Yeah, I guess my thinking was not necessarily that he planned the hit, but I don't know. I think it's similar to Rhodes. Rhodes is not the mastermind behind him getting into office. It's the corp behind him.
Right.
This is more so like, who gives a fuck if it's Baxter or Schmaxter or who else? Militech didn't get their candidate in, so now they want to take out the other person in the way. But no, that's a good point. I wouldn't try to pick him on Baxter.
So we could use that as an example of motive. I can see what I can find with any past drama between these two corps. See if I can piece something together that would make sense.
Yeah, man, I think they got some beef on the details, but
I mean, they must if they killed Militech's candidate.
could also be beef with Biotechnica, since we already think that PC and BT are in bed together.
I'll look at all three. I'm sure since Persona Craft is newer, there's probably going to be more between Militech and Biotech.
Are you all standing outside the shack, or are you all heading back?
I just couldn't imagine this standing by a burning shack, like we're just hanging out in the parking lot talking about the car. Maybe we should head back. I mean, we got a few days. I think we find out if Tracker's in town and if he's setting up shop somewhere, because I'm sure he'd have some stuff we could use. There's a market above Short Circuit too that I think is sort of perpetual. And I can drop in and see if they got any kind of signal jamming stuff in there or something that might help me in the net. I don't know, just try to find anything we can here.
Yeah.
Any other...
We do have financial backing from selling the score, so, and this kind of is related to them too, so we could use whatever they're willing to give us, which could give us better stuff.
You know, that's a good point. Here's the thing that crossed my mind. And I'm not trying to play life on hard mode, but what if while we're in there, we just knock off Clarice as well?
Well, we'd have to see where Clarice is in relation to the Rhodeses. Because I imagine our timeline will be pretty tight to pull this job off.
Yeah. I can just imagine too, like, I mean, think about how precise it's got to be to get in there for this job. If we do this first, either one we do first is going to like fuck the other one because they're going to be on high alert after the mayor of Night City gets kidnapped in the exec zone. Like out of his own fucking bed. You know, if we try to go in there the next week, they're going to be on mega lockdown.
Well, I guess that's kind of the... I was going to say, I think the hope for the fabricated police report was to make it seem like it wasn't necessarily a kidnapping. Try to come up with Or maybe it is. Since we're pinning it on Militech. So this would be more corporate warfare. Fighting within the exec region.
Yeah, but if it's Militech going after him, Militech would also have beef with PC execs as well. Did the shard say above board? Did the shard say we have to pin it on Militech? Like that is the objective?
It said that is the objective, is to pin it on Militech. But it also said specifically, while your vehicle is on the premise, it is scanned to appear like a Militech vehicle.
Yeah. I had a wild idea. I think we could pull it off in a week. But I'll just say it out loud. And this is just me talking. I don't think Cerveau would say this. Iris found a machine that copies people based on their DNA.
I had the same idea.
Get in there. We make copies of each. We stage it like a domestic dispute. Like Rhodes or his wife went crazy, killed the other one in this like murder-suicide thing. Leave fake bodies. Take the real ones out. And then it's no longer a security concern at the exec park because it's just a squabbling couple went too far.
But the machine was exploded.
Yeah, I don't know where we're getting another one. I doubt that's at the night market, but we could check.
I wasn't sure the steps on how to do that, but yeah, I had something very similar to that.
What was your flavor of it?
All right, when I say very similar, I mean like exactly the same.
Okay, cool. We're on the same wave.
With being on the same wavelength, you did ask for something specific, Cerveau.
Yeah, but who could I call that in from? Who's got that?
Atlanta.
That's it. We gotta go.
One-way ticket. The Amtrak to Atlanta.
Yeah, we can make
That's
it down
my
to Atlanta
favorite.
and back. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so there's one person I can think of I could call that in from, but I also feel like that's the person who gave us the gig. Only insider I'm aware of. I think I need to stare at a wall. That's when my best thinking comes out.
Are you all driving back now? Heading back?
I'd say at this point I'd at least be getting in the car, yeah.
Yeah.
With heading back, Iris, did you want to do your search?
Yes, I will. Library?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Oh. 15.
With a 15, you do not find any public beef between Biotechnica, Persona Craft, Militech. You don't find anything public. But you know that Militech makes weapons. Persona Craft is trying to make soldiers.
Is there anything with Militech and Biotechnica? Or...
You do not find public beef with any of those three.
Okay, right, okay.
But you can roll me a deduction if you want to.
I would love to, actually. Deduction. Give me a crit. No. But it's not bad. 17.
With a 17, Militech works on weapons. Personacraft is making soldiers. At that point, could they be stepping on each other's toes? Could Personacraft be stepping on Militech's toes by going into a weapons category? Because it's a soldier model. It's a piece of weaponry, or could be seen that way.
Because they're essentially replacing what... Like, Militech is making stuff to make humans weapons, but Personacraft is making the weapons that are people.
But they advertise them as not. They are bots.
They're bots who can't die. Well, they can, but
You can replace
they
it.
can be fixed. Right. Okay. Okay. So she's in the back seat. She's on her agent, going through whatever articles she can find, and she's pretty focused and quiet during the drive.
I think on the drive back, unless there is conversation, unless something comes up, I think Lucas is in the same boat of just kind of being quiet and thinking through things. Probably scrolling through his agent, looking at contacts, just seeing who exactly he could reach out to, trying to further some thoughts of his own by seeing the names, trying to get inspiration. Just doing that, the drive back.
Some of your contacts, Graves is on there. Graves, being the hitman that he is, could have some ideas or some contacts for you, or could be a contact for you. You know of Doc Ice. You've heard of... Oh my god. Bug. You've heard of Bug. Roll me a concentration check, please.
Candy cane. Heard of candy cane. In case you
What
want
if
to pound
Candy
them.
Cane is actually Autumn, but like in disguise?
Ooh,
Whoa.
that would be a plot
Everyone-
twist.
Everyone needs a side hustle. Sorry, concentration, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 17.
With a 17, you also remember Gel Dud. Gel Dud was wanted by Militech. Y'all took a gig for Militech because he was making BDs that were extremely addictive. And he mentioned that in this code that you were able to decipher at the table, like session 6 or 7, that Militech wanted him to make BDs for them for immersive therapy, for a type of brainwashing. And of course, you know that Personacraft is making soldier models. And that would completely eradicate the need for that.
But yeah, scrolling through the agent, trying to further some thoughts of his own. So,
And what about Cerveau?
Same, just scrolling. I'm just kidding. I'm driving safely.
You're driving safely, okay.
But just kind of going through everything in my head about I need to go to Short Circuit, I need to get in touch with Tracker. Trying to think of like who I know that has equipment.
Okay. And with that, you all... Ooh, yes, Iris.
It's known that Personacraft backed Isaiah. That's public.
Yes, that's public. And with that, you all are able to make it home. and think about these things over the rest of the evening. The next morning, you actually get a text message from Score. Can you all meet tonight?
Casual or work or what? That's how I'll reply. And is it a group message or is it individual?
He doesn't have Iris's phone number, I don't think. So it's just you and Lucas. And with how you responded, well, we talked last time about meeting soon, about some plans.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna loop in our third on our new log. And then I will do that. I'll message Score, Lucas, and Iris and just say, gang's all here.
Perfect. Here is my address. I do ask that you not share it with anyone. Just keep it between us.
Where's the address in the city? Am I familiar with it?
The address is for Lucas and Cerveau, is the Mega Building H10, where you dropped off that information that you gathered in your first gig together. And it's floor 44, room 412. Mega Building 11, excuse me, Mega Building H11. Mega Building H10 is the one y'all went and found the bot. Mega Building H11 is the one where you dropped everything off, and that is where he is located, on floor 44, room 4412.
Yeah, H10 was where Melanie Sanchez killed those poor corpos.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that story.
Gone too soon.
So sad, yeah.
The code for the elevator is 445672. See y'all at around 8.
Yeah, that's before my bedtime.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
And he doesn't respond. Is there anything you wish to take care of before you go, or are you all ready to go ahead and be there?
Ahead of meeting for that, I don't know if we're all separate or if we're all together. Separate, send the message all together, obviously bring it up, but obviously we don't know what plan Score has in mind. Are we being upfront with what we have on our plate about it, or is it a wait and see if we can tie these together somehow, or...
This is between the three of us?
Yeah.
I think it's worth hearing Score out, but with all the secrecy around how we got the last gig and all the details, I kind of, not to hide it, but I kind of want to just play it close to the chest until we hear what he has to say.
Real quick, the Score meeting, y'all specifically said you were going to meet up to discuss like how to start taking down Persona Craft, start taking down Clarice. What do you need from them to make sure that that is a go? What can they do to help you is what that meeting was supposed to be.
And to clarify, my point about close to the chest is like the person who gave us the gig has meticulously planned it. But if it goes south, we also don't want when the shit hits the fan, we don't want to splatter it on Score accidentally. Or I don't want to.
So, sounds like we go there, listen, talk about whatever idea they have, and maybe if things connect, if dots connect, then we can share what we have and see if we can incorporate both.
Yeah,
Just kind of play it by ear. Be cautious.
Yeah, not hiding anything, just not volunteering until the time is right.
Right.
Yeah, I think bringing our two sources together at some point is inevitable. Because I think if we can merge everyone, we may have a better chance of pulling everything off.
Absolutely agreed. Yeah.
Sounds good. Just wondered if we had any thoughts on it beforehand, but cool.
So just to be clear, we won't give away anything today.
Game time decision. Maybe we just see what he says. We won't lead with it. Pure vibes.
Always.
Okay. Where is H11?
Watson.
Yeah.
Watson. Oh, okay. So then she'll just quickly add, can someone pick me up?
I think you were technically closer based on how we did it before.
Yeah, I'll be at the same spot.
Yeah, I got you. Just chip in for Chew too. I'm just kidding. Don't. Please don't. I'm going to bill score for Chew too.
She'll flick over 10 eddies.
I'm going to send back I guess it'd be like a colon and a forward slash, like a disappointed emoji. And then I'll head that way to pick up Iris. Well, actually, no. I want to do some other stuff in the day, so I'll do that later, closer to the meeting time.
Okay. What did you want to do during the day?
I would like to head over to Short Circuit, my favorite little watering hole.
Okay. You're able to make it there without any issue. David is behind the bar.
Damn it. I'm kidding. I say that when I walk in as soon as I see David. I go, damn it.
He just gives you like this.
I stepped in something on the sidewalk. Sorry. How's it going? That good, huh? Okay. I'll go to the bar and the usual spunky monkey, please.
And he gets one for you and places it in front of you.
And I think they're normally 7. I'll put 10 eddies down on the bar. I tip David well.
He gives like that satisfactory. Okay. Look. And it goes about his business.
I'll hang out at the bar for a minute and drink it, but then the plan is to casually head upstairs.
You are able to drink your spunky monkey and then casually start to head upstairs. You know the code. It hasn't changed. And you're able to head to the 3rd floor. Are you looking for anything specific here?
I'm looking for something that could jam any sort of communication signal. At least whatever frequency or methodology that Trauma Team uses, but also anything that might jam communications like an agent or something.
Okay. I'm assuming you do not know a specific item.
I don't think I know enough about the tech side as a netrunner. And I don't even know if they'll have that here because this is like a netrunner night market, but it's the closest tech thing I can think of before resulting to tracker later on. So I'm kind of like shopping around early on because I don't know exactly what I need.
With that and looking for something that jams a signal, most of the people in here would know the workings of, number 1, the net. Number 2, this is a techie bar. Roll me a d10 If you roll a 6 or higher, they will have a signal jammer.
Is it allowable to use my luck points on this?
I will say no. This isn't a skill check.
Okay. 6 or higher. Would you believe it's a 5? It is indeed a 5.
With a 5, you do not find an item that's a signal jammer, but you are able to find a signal jammer that goes onto a cyber audio suite.
I have one of those installed in my brain.
And it is 500 eddies. You would have to have it installed at a clinic. But it only jams signals within 6 meters.
6 meters has to be installed. I'm sure there's a humanity loss tied to it. I'm already teetering on the edge.
There is.
I'm edge running with my humanity.
But there is a cybernetic that you could get, not an actual piece of equipment.
It's 500 eddies. I'm just going to pick it up regardless, just to have it.
You are able to pick it up. It does require a cyber audio suite first. Before
I'm pretty sure I have that installed.
You do have that installed, but what I'm trying to say is you're the only one that has that installed.
You don't happen to know how many option slots it takes up, do you? Are you looking at it right now?
I think it only takes 1 slot.
Yeah, I only have one available. That's why I ask.
Yeah, I think it only takes 1.
Okay. I'll buy it. Obviously, I won't install it yet because I need to look at the humanity loss and see if I can take it without going borderline. But I'll at least buy it while I'm there.
You're able to purchase it and not install it. But technically with the 500 eddies, you have paid the installation fee with that.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's nothing signal jamming besides the signal jammer that goes into your audio suite.
And then I would need to look it up because I don't know it well enough offhand. Programs that are particularly good at taking down black ice, since I know it will be there.
Okay. And I can provide you with a list of that, or of those programs, as well as the Eddy account.
And I can look it up too if someone else has something they want to do during the day. I can just be...
You're going to look it up now? Okay, I was thinking after session, but if you want to look it up now, you can. And I will go to Iris. Is there anything you wanted to do today? Any stories you wanted to publish?
Can I? Dang. Is it possible to kind of like research how I could post something and not have it be traceable back to wherever I am? Just to get like a general idea of what I would need to do.
I will say as a media, you know of anonymous forums.
Okay.
Or there are multiple people who will send articles to multiple different scream sheets to see if any of them take it.
Okay. I think what I want to do. I think I will go ahead and publish something on... I'll post it on one of those anonymous forums, and I will also send it out to Scream Sheets to have them post or publish it. And I guess if I need some handle, we're gonna go with Source X45.
Source
That's my
X45. Okay. And what is your story?
With all the resources corps have, it's astonishing that they are a bit too obvious. Not long after the article exposing the gas leak in Pacifica was published to Night City Today, the chief editor of the mentioned Scream Sheet was found dead. NCPD has ruled it a suicide, but we all know these corps don't like when they get mud on their designer shoes. All traces of the article exposing the cover-up have been scrubbed from the net. However, they can't scrub our memories. Yet. Until then, we have to fall back on evidence. Do your own research, double-check the facts, question everything, but remember, don't become the mud on someone's designer shoes.
And let me double-check. Persona Craft wasn't mentioned, correct? The by name? Okay. That changes things. Roll me a believability check. That's a D10. Okay. You need a 6, 7, 8. Nope, excuse me. A 7, 8, 9, or a 10 for this to be believable.
Okay, that's just a straight roll, right?
That's a straight roll. You cannot use luck.
Is that like a media skill? Just curiosity? Okay.
Believability, yep. And the higher you make your rank, oh no, the more believable your articles are.
I
believe it.
1!
With a 1. Technically, they're not critical failures, but a 1 as you post that and send it out to different Scream Sheets. None of the Scream Sheets reply. And you don't get many comments or likes or anything on that article.
Okay. Well. Then she will... Ooh, how did I talk with Artie Cole? Was it with my Iris contact information?
It was.
Okay. I want... I have something that I want to send her, and I just don't know how to go about it. I might hold off on that then while I figure that out. So I think that might be all I do until tonight.
Okay. As you make that post, and it's just not, the public's not believing it. Lucas, is there anything you wish to do before that meeting?
Let's see, because it was 8 p.m. that we're meeting. How much was it? I was just trying to think if we wanted to... Okay. I think all we'll do at the moment is... We'll pull out our agent and send a message to Dom. Just saying, hey, hope things have been going well. I don't know what just yet. Might be in need of some upgrades. Hoping this would be off to the side between you and I. No family matter, no one else knows.
He'll respond back. I can keep it under wraps.
Nova. Don't know when. Not sure what I'm looking for. Still developing that part of things, but I'll reach out again soon.
Okay. Your mom's been asking about you.
I think he'd, as it has so often been done, he'd start typing or start texting and then delete it all. Like he had some smart-ass, snarky bullshit comment to make, but will eventually just send why and about what.
You haven't been home in a while. I haven't said anything. That you've been gone for like 2 weeks now. No one's really heard anything from you.
Does she seem confused as to why?
She doesn't seem confused. Worried, maybe?
Well, she hasn't seen me on the news for any reason, so I'm doing fine, and I think that's all she needs to know.
You want me to tell her or not say anything?
Don't say anything. I think she'd know if something was up.
Heard.
Thank you.
And he doesn't respond.
Probably just leave it at that.
And with that, Cerveau, do you know what programs you want?
I actually already have the thing that I was going to get. I've got all the anti-black ice ones I wanted, and I was going to look at a deck crash, but I already actually bought one. So I have one. I'm good.
Okay. And is there anything else you do with today? Anything else you wish to purchase? Or do you go ahead and start heading out?
Just because it came in handy one time before, I'm going to get a can of that neon spray paint that I got before.
Like 5 eddies. So yeah, you're
And
able
some peanuts.
to get some
Who's got
of
a nut allergy?
spray paint. Do you get any nuts in case somebody has a nut allergy?
Let's see. I'm going to get some peanuts. I'm going to get some shellfish. I'm going to get some ragweed. No. Since I have no direct info on someone having a deadly allergy, I'll just stick with the spray paint.
What color is it?
Oh, green. Like
Always
a lime green.
Okay. You're able to purchase that. And with that, is there anything else you all would like to do, or are you heading towards scores?
I'm not doing anything else. I'll start heading towards Iris's place.
Yeah, I got nothing either, so we'll head over to the Addy.
Iris, you look like you're thinking.
Sorry, I'm going through cyberware, so.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. With that, you all are able to make it to Score's place. And as you arrive, the lobby is empty. Not too many people in here except for the 2 hotel concierge. Very similar to your first mission. They're standing there at the desk. Look like they're ready to help anybody that may be looking for a new apartment. But you all have the code for the elevator. So you all are able to head in there, type in the code. You hear that elevator music going on. This very calm and soothing. Like this is a rich person's apartment at the current moment. And there are multiple TVs showing the news, showing all kinds of little flicks that would be playing in a hotel lobby. But You have no grievances as you all make your way there, and you're able to make it to floor 44, which is one of the top floors of this mega building at the current moment, just because half of it is kind of still in construction. So y'all are pretty much penthouse level for what is currently here. And you all are able to make it to room 4412. It's at the end of the hallway. And these apartments seem to be more spread out than the ones that were at floor 9 on H10. These are bigger. These are more affluent, I guess. More of the higher end of Night City, but not necessarily exec. Y'all are able to knock on the door, and Clef answers it and lets you in.
Evening, folks. Why are we gathered here together?
As you ask, why are we gathered here together? You see Bo in the kitchen with 2 bottles of wine to still scores vintages! And then, of course, other things.
Other things can wait.
But I love where your mind is at.
Can never say no to a vintage wine.
Well, he's got red and he's got white, so which one do you want?
Yes, please.
Both. You want me to mix it? That would be an interesting sangria choice.
I'm not familiar with that term. I'll take it.
She just takes both bottles, uncorks it, and pours half and half of a vintage wine, white and red, and she has no idea if this will taste good. You do know that the bottle on the front says like 2002. So these are older. Not 1902. Oh, geez.
It's 1802.
17. Oh, 2.
4 and 7.
She says 2.
It just says 2. So yeah, she takes these vintages and she does mix them together for you, and then holds the other, both the bottles up. Y'all want it mixed too?
No, I actually have some class. I'll just take the red.
Oh, okay. And she just pours you a red and then looks at Lucas.
Have some class. Yeah, you learn things in class. Yeah, I'll mix it.
She mixes it for you and mixes herself one too, because she's never had one. I have no idea what a red and white tastes like together. So if y'all do, more power to you. I have no idea.
It's a rosé, right? It's a pink.
It does come out pink. She does hand those glasses to you, as this is a very expensive wine, probably the most expensive wine you all have ever had, except for the champagnes that were at those fancy meetings. And
Y'all mixed it.
Y'all mixed it. And Score's apartment is huge. You see electrical guitars and lining the walls, a grand piano in the center of the foyer, and a huge circular couch on the left-hand side, where the kitchen is on the right-hand side. And Score and Set are currently sitting on the couch. Clef is just standing behind you. And Score's foot is just constantly tapping as Bo is bringing this over to you, and the door shuts behind you.
I think this might be the nicest apartment I've ever been in.
Yeah. This is pretty nice.
It looks a lot like mine, except it's about 5 times as big and you have furniture. But the similarities are there.
Yeah. There's a window.
Walls, a roof. Yeah, I mean, when you look at it like that, it's pretty similar.
I don't have anything dripping.
Not floor level, so there's another thing. So yeah. It's almost the same place. Maybe next time we could meet at Cervo's.
I truly cannot pick up the sarcasm here. Do you need furniture? I can give you furniture.
I think we're going to need a lot more before we get down the list that far. But nice place.
Like a washing machine, I think, would be good for him first.
shower.
I suppose I invited this by opening my mouth.
Do you need to use the shower? It's down the hall to the left.
I mean, depends on how much we drink. Maybe later.
Please don't pee in my shower. There's a toilet for that.
Okay, I can make that promise.
Save water, but okay.
You toilet in your shower?
No, they are separate. I'm just asking you not
Oh.
to pee in my shower. Anyway, this is not why we called you here. I'm glad you all made it here safely. I'm glad you do like my apartment. Thank you. Y'all are welcome at any time.
So what? As we celebrate drinking your alcohol,
You mixed it.
I'm gonna drink it still, though. It's all going to the same place in your shower. So, sorry, I didn't say that. What can we help you with?
Well, this was more of a meeting of what we can help you with. What all do you have in mind? What is the plan that we plan on going for that we can help you with?
I think my first question is timing. Like, how soon are you wanting to do this? Is there a time crunch? Is there a push? Is she leaving town? Is there a window we should target? What do we know?
I do not believe that there's a window. I don't think that there's a time crunch. We just want this to go well. We just want Persona Craft gone, correct? Like we're all on the same page of that. So what strategies have you come up with? Is Clarice still first on the list?
Yeah. Why, who else would be on the list?
Well, I thought we discussed Autumn Lawrence and then Persona Craft as a whole.
Yeah, I just didn't want to get too far ahead. And you can't assassinate a corp.
I mean, you could always try.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Johnny Silverhand did it. I mean, we could do it too.
I mean, he got him out of Night City, but
Yeah.
I guess he did. I don't want to rain on his accomplishments.
We do not wish to be like Johnny Silverhand, Bo. We don't want 750,000 people to die.
Least of all us.
Yes. Hope is not to be a martyr.
Yeah, so what? So we got to get in this exact zone. All we know right now is the maglev construction, but we got to know more about her schedule. We got to know more about when and where she's going to be. She's probably going to have her muscle on her.
She will most likely have her muscle on her. Like I mentioned last time, her schedule always changes. It's never the exact same. I can give you details on her home, but that's about all I have.
Have you been there?
Clarice is my sister, so...
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how... Do you have Thanksgiving together? How often do you go over there?
No, I haven't seen her. I haven't been in the same room with her in quite a while. But I've gotten details on her that I have been able to gather, but... No, I guess the familial relationship doesn't really help in this case.
We don't have a ton of direction at the moment, but the one thing I know we have talked about is that if we go after Clarice, and let's just say, optimistic, we get her, and then we try and go after Autumn, it's going to be much more difficult to do one at a time. I think we've thrown around the idea. Trying to get both.
The thing with Clarice is she's head of counter intel. So if you get rid of the head of counter intel, that throws a massive wrench into plans.
Yeah, I mean, it would also put everyone on guard, though, too, right? I mean, like...
It would, but... The only thing we're really good for is a coin purse and a distraction at the moment. I mean, we do have a few groupies we could try to ask to commit a crime if you need us to.
This is both, I guess, both a question to Score and just maybe as to the GM. Is Clarice a public person? Does she make press conferences, television appearances, anything like that?
Clarice is not the public figurehead. That is all Autumn. Clarice fits more into the background.
But people in Counter Intel know she runs it, right? Like, they know who their boss is?
I believe so. Now, we don't have anyone else on the inside. Our inside person we've lost contact with after the server incident.
I think we may have asked, but is there anything you can tell us about who your contact was?
They were a part of Counter Intel. Other than that, it was mainly anonymous. But they never steered us wrong.
How long have you been working with this anonymous counter intel insider?
For the past 2 years.
This also might be something we've covered, but this was never face to face, right? This was message to message.
Correct.
Did they ever give you any aliases of any sort? I mean, just something to refer him by at any point.
X.
I feel like if you're looking up fake aliases to use, X is like the top of the list.
Well, if it has a very high popularity, it's probably a good alias. Can send to multiple different people. We did not know much about this person. Only thing we know is that our contact has disappeared. We can only assume that they're gone.
Did they reach out to you first, or how did you get in touch with them?
They reached out to us first in the it was actually after our first hit on Autumn failed. Like I said, we are not good at being subtle.
Well, the best place to start whenever making a plan is to start with what we know. So, I mean, you said you can explain the weaponry, the armaments, the backup, the house, so on for Clarice?
Yes, we have been able to get not extremely detailed blueprints, but what we're able to find, what we were able to get off of fans, really. Some of our fans are very talented.
Stalking can be a useful skill set.
You'd be surprised.
Well, one concern I have, and no offense to any present company, what about the potential of them replacing Clarice as soon as we get her?
That is something very valid. They could easily replace her.
I think Lucas will... I mean, how to explain this. We'll give a look. We'll try and give a look to Cerveau and Iris, like hopefully only that they could pick up on. Just giving a look of like, we're gonna share. Doesn't seem like we have much direction. And he'll do that as he sips his wine with his pinky up, because he's a man of class.
I had a wild idea. Very wild. Just not even fully fleshed out, quite literally just in my head. I don't know how we would make this work, really. But we might be able to pull off getting Clarice and Autumn at the same time. Assuming this random idea I have is even possible.
Both at the same time.
It involves you,
Okay.
which is where it gets tricky.
Okay.
I, again, have no details. I have no idea how this would work. But you say you don't have that good of a relationship with either of them, correct?
Correct.
Maybe you reach out, ask to have a meeting, and say that, you know, you've been really thinking about things and want to try to reconcile. They come to here or wherever, and we're there too. That's as far as I got. I have no idea how we'd protect you or get you out of the situation. I have no idea. It was just a random thought that I just would put out there in case someone else had any ideas for this random, probably impossible thought that I had. So there it is.
Score will... I won't even make you roll for it. He looks nervous at the idea of that. It is plausible. But I've also tried to kill them, so I don't know how I would word it to where they would actually believe me.
That's fair. See, I don't really know the inner workings of your
It's a good
relationship with
idea.
them.
It's a good idea. I'm asking what could I do to make it believable?
Yeah, we'd have to think tank that.
And they know it was you that tried to pull the hit on her.
Most of our music is based on how much we hate Persona Craft.
Pros and cons. Yeah, I get it.
Just say you're really sorry. Like 6 reallys in there. I think that would help. That's a joke. Don't do it.
Oh, okay. I think it could work on Autumn. I do not know if it would work on Clarice.
Well, I mean, something to keep in mind if we can only do one at a time.
I am here to be your distraction, so you tell me how to play this and I will do it, or try to. Again, I'm good at not being subtle.
And she'll take another sip of her wine, but same look that Lucas gave, kind of between Lucas and Cerveau.
This is another idea, kind of like what Ira shared. I've just had... This idea just dawned on me. I haven't gotten very far. If you wanted to go down the distraction route, instead of drawing them out somewhere to try and get them there, a distraction is provided. We find a way into the exec zone. Clarice's home. Set something up. So then when she does get home, you hit her there instead of out in public with everyone else.
Perhaps.
Again, don't know what that would be, but...
Well, what about a charity event? Corps want to put up a good face? Perhaps they would want to show up and give a small speech. And you guys could, a music event. And when she comes home, at least we'll know when she'll be coming home.
I don't know if she would speak for or at one of our shows.
Mm.
But going off of a distraction, a show, a charity event, and he'll look at the rest of the band. We could try to play an event in the executive zone. They have their own smaller theater. Going off what you said, we could aim it towards execs. Make you a part of our assemble, dissemble crew.
Roadies. I've always wanted to be a roadie. But would you be playing as settling the score? Because that seems like a stretch to be like, here's pretty much like Fuck Corpos the band playing in the home of all corpos.
Well, it's just towards one corp. A lot of other people do kind of like our music, I think. Persona Craft maybe not included in that, but...
It's true. Might not be a bad in,
We could definitely start setting up advertising. We probably couldn't get the advertisements and everything for a couple weeks. But there's always some kind of disaster that we could try to pull from the hearts of these non-existent hearts of these execs, of these corpos.
Lucas will look at Cerveau and Iris when saying this part. But again, we go after one, it makes every other job a little more difficult. So timing is important, not only timing of the day, but timing for when we go after Clarice or any other person.
Well, Clarice is probably going to be the hardest to get into the executive zone, and what I mean by that is Autumn Lawrence makes public appearances all the time. Clarice would probably be the one you wanted to get in the exec zone.
But if we hit her, is that going to put Autumn in lockdown?
I think that would put Autumn in a bit of a... Clarice is still her daughter. She may not think of me the same way, my death the same way. However, if Clarice died, I'm pretty sure she'd be in shambles.
And perhaps willing to reconcile with her other child?
Maybe. So yes, it would probably put her on guard, but you can use the grieving mother angle if she has a heart left. Or she just may try to copy her, because we found out Mateo's a copy now too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because then I'm thinking, what if we do it in public where there's witnesses? But then that could go really south lots of different ways. Could help prevent the copying angle, but...
Have you talked with Mateo since you found out?
No, I have not had any familial contact in a very long time.
Okay.
Again, Dad wasn't really present. We could just get him drunk.
I'm listening.
Mixed wine is a hell of a thing.
I don't know,
Set up a
like
mixed
throw like
wine
a
stand.
mixed wines. Yep. Throw some kind of party and fight all of these fuckers to it and just see how much they drink because it's a free bar and a lot of people take advantage of that. I mean, that's an option. I don't know how you get them there, but I mean,
Charity event after party.
don't they do open bars at charities so that way people are more loose with their wallet?
Yeah, like there's some sort of like donation required to get in, and then you booze them up and ask for more.
Booze does wonders.
I could be a waiter.
Well, if you're a waiter and delivering drinks, then you could just spike it.
Okay, we got ideas now. Now that I think the wine has gotten the old noggin moving a little bit. Sort of lubricating the gears a bit.
I mean, we could afford an open bar. Execs might run our funds a little dry, but
Well, maybe you can just sort of package it to look nicer than it is. Some of these people don't know the difference at all. They just know what's like fancy.
you'd be very surprised at how posh some of these corpos can be.
Yeah, but you can't like slap a label on some toilet hooch and call it a vintage.
Maybe it could be. It would have to be something extravagant, like a different type of a new brand that has come out. Because if it's an older brand that they know, they will be able to smell that from a mile away.
That's true. Literally, probably. I'm kind of liking that idea, though. Some sort of event.
Above table, what day is it? Or what's the date? It's the...
Today
17?
Yes.
is the 14th.
Saturday.
Y'all had that like whole info spiel last night. Actually, it would technically still be the 13th. Excuse me. Y'all went to bed and woke up and like he called you all the same day. Because y'all went at 1 a.m. on the 13th. Y'all went home, went to bed. Score messaged you that morning. It is now that evening. It is technically still within 24 hours.
Oh, it's still Friday. Okay.
How long... I mean, if we were to go down the route of the charity event, the open bar and such, I mean... How long do you think it would seriously take you to get a good following on that? A week? I mean, how...
If you want a good turnout, probably a month. Because you have to pay for advertising, you have to pay for promotions, have to get the word out there. Some people will have to take off. If we're planning on hosting this in the executive zone, I would need to look at some schedules and start reaching out to everyone other than PersonaCraft.
I mean, I'm all for that. I'm just, in my mind, I'm thinking sooner the better. A week, like the 20th.
The 20th, that's very specific. I could try, but you probably will not get as big of an show up or an outcome within a week.
We're not really looking for the masses, right? We're looking for a few specific people.
Correct. You're looking for a few specific people, but if it looks like we're aiming for a few specific people, that could turn them off real fast.
I'm potentially I'm being too greedy, but
It's good to be greedy. It's good to be ambitious, is what the word I'd prefer. It's good to be ambitious. I think we need to just consider what kind of turnout, how you want this to come off. Because big charity events, at least with other very popular bands, are promoted very heavily ahead of time. A week is very short.
Yeah, that would give more legitimacy to it. It would look less like some sort of pop-up, opportunistic thing.
So we've gotten in trouble with pop-ups.
But above table, I think Cerveau picks up on what Lucas is trying to put down.
also above table, there's no way to talk about it in game. I feel like I have a good idea, but I don't know.
You may have to divulge information to score then.
When Lucas gave that look, I bring this up so hopefully this doesn't count as metagaming. You can shut it down if it does. But like when Lucas gave that look of like we might need to give information, what was the reception from Cerveau and Iris? Like how'd they respond to that?
Well, so after you did your look, Iris put out her crazy plan, and then she looked between the two of you guys once it kind of came out to not really being a huge option and was asking the same thing. So she's more or less agreeing with you.
Okay.
Roll me a persuasion check that you're not trying to convey a look.
Me? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We will add... Sorry, persuasion. I'm not even remembering. We'll add 4 luck points to it.
Okay, your DV is a 23.
Oh, shit. I actually think I got a 23. 9 plus 10 plus 4. 19, 23. Yeah.
Okay. As you're conveying that look, Set will look at you and give you like a raised eyebrow, where she's just been sitting there watching the conversation. But then doesn't say anything.
So this is in... If we notice the raised eyebrow...
It's almost like for a second, and then that's it.
I'm trying to remember in the context of the conversation. What was right after that?
Right after that is when the conversation went with Iris's idea, and then Bo chimed up that we could just get them drunk, and then the charity event has started like really going forward.
If we can like add this to something that already happened, if we were noticing that look now that Set gave, maybe just throw in like after that look, there were just some ideas that we were thinking of. Throwing that in to kind of help support when Iris started talking, like that whatever the look was, it was what Iris had said. I don't know if that would help support it, but
With meeting the DV, it would definitely help support it, because again, it was just a very quick and then like never mind. Like Set's always, if she has thought something, has asked you directly, and she has not said anything.
okay. I wasn't sure if it was a big fire to put out, so just to cover bases a little more. Anyway. what if for the month that you think this charity, this fundraiser, this whatever it may be, would take to set up, what if something were to happen to one of the other citizens in the exec zone? Something were to happen to some of them, and this is loss of human life or something tragic. We're going to raise money for a charity of their choosing, of their back. Said person supported before.
I will say, with the wording of that, Score looks at you very funny.
Reading that look, Iris will jump in. Like, a month is a long time. We don't know what could happen in between now and then. What if security ramps up in the exec zone? How would we be able to get in and out without really drawing too much attention and pulling this off?
Theoretically, if something were to happen in the exec zone that we could not get in, it'd probably take more planning. Pandering to the idea that we are doing this for a fallen executive would probably get you a lot further. It would probably be a lot more difficult to get anything hazardous in. There would probably be a lot more security in forms of making sure it's just our instruments, making sure it's just our equipment, making sure that everybody is vetted that goes into the executive zone. Considering we have tried to do a hit on an executive, I don't know how common knowledge that is, but I do know that PersonaCraft knows.
Do you have people that could conjure up false identities?
You'd be very surprised at what fans will do. If we ask nicely enough.
They're talented. I heard that.
I can't guarantee it, because that is a very heavy crime if they were to get caught, but we have some shady people, and if you ask the right shady person, they might be willing to do something for you. Groupies are very interesting, I've found out.
A lot of parasocial.
Yes, a lot of parasocial relationships where they think they're closer to you than you are, I guess. So we could take that to our advantage. Hopefully no one tries to poison us while we do that, but we could try. Or stalk us.
Have you been poisoned before?
Once. If we died together, then it was romantic, right?
Yeah, great song material, but you would be dead, so...
Couldn't write it.
That's the real tragedy. Well, I guess your passing also sucks too. Sorry, they're both sad. Yeah. And she'll just trigger her.
Maybe I would become a legend at that point, go down in history.
Right.
Probably not, but I can dream.
So, we have a lot of ideas. Some of these ideas require a lot of eddies.
That is why we are here. We knew this would not be cheap. We cannot provide much in terms of services once you go in, but we can get your load out.
Good.
Is there anything in particular you were looking for?
Well, now that you mention it, I have a few items that I could send you, since it's not it's not terribly long.
All right. That goes for all of you. If you all have any items that we can prepare for you, you could just text us this evening or tomorrow, or we can get that provided. Don't worry about the IDs. We can figure that out at some point.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
So I guess what do we have so far? A possible charity event to get Clarice out and be at her home when she gets back? Is that kind of where this conversation is headed?
I saw it as getting her out, or at least getting us in, which is a big issue.
She will have a lot of ice, and she does have an S model.
We have to do something incredibly precise, or the exact opposite.
Precise or absolutely chaotic, but with the chaotic side, we have tried chaos and it has not done well for us.
Yeah, I didn't mean chaos exactly. What I meant was either it's a very targeted strike on her, or it's an explosion.
Oh. Like blow up
So
her
Johnny
house.
Silverhand.
I mean, we're not talking Silverhand levels of city destruction, but you don't have to be as precise. You just get her in the area.
Well, if that's the case, do you know anyone who's in demolitions?
There are connections.
That could be an idea. You would just need to be prepared for security at her place. Again, soldier models, ice, drones.
I think Iris is going to try to give a similar look of do we share?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Jeez. Do I want to add? You know what? Yeah, let's also add 4 luck points.
Okay.
Just for funsies.
Your DV is an 18.
Well, good, because I crit failed. So that is going to be, where are you? Oh, okay. $25?
On a failure? So it would be your 1 plus your persuasion minus
Okay,
your
14.
next D10.
Oh, minus. Okay, there we go. I added.
Turn that failure into a success.
Critical. I was like, wait, no, that's not right. Hold on. Okay.
About
We like the
failing
25
upwards.
Yeah. Okay, so it was 14. Yeah, I don't hit the 18. Yes,
Okay.
I don't hit it.
With not hitting the 18, Set has been watching the conversation. Is there something else you would like to add? It's okay if you do. We're all kind of treasonous here.
Iris is gonna look at Cerveau and Lucas.
So, given that Iris and Lucas have both made these faces so far, do I see those? Do I see what they're trying to do?
I think with
Are you looking?
if you're looking, I think you would be able to tell because like you all just had this conversation the night before. You all also had a conversation right before you got here about whether or not to tell, Score and the rest of the band. So, and you've also worked together for a bit. I think, with the looks that they're intentionally trying to give everybody, I would say that since you all are a team, you all pick up on that. Unless, like, you absolutely rolled a failure, but...
Well, then I assume since they've both done it, they're waiting on me to give some sort of signal. And I would just say, first I'd finish the glass of wine. Just chug whatever's left.
You want some more of the mixture?
Yeah, we're gonna need another round because... So here's the thing, and I guess I'll return the looks at this point. So, we got contacted for another gig in the exec zone, and we're trying to find out if these puzzle pieces fit together.
Oh, okay, maybe mixture after for celebration, because that's, okay.
It could be
Which
good.
was the 20th date
The 20th date.
suggestion.
Is that why we're suggesting that someone in the exec zone is going to die?
Perchance.
Only if we do it right.
Oh, okay. Well. Oh. Oh, is this related to Persona Craft at all? Or is this something else entirely?
Yeah, it is related. I'm sure you'll appreciate the discretion. You know, as open as we've been with people, we just found out about this in the past, 24 hours. But someone wants Rhodes dead, too. And his wife.
Oh, okay. So, okay. You're going after the mayor. That would, I think, change things a bit.
Yeah. So that's why we don't know if the month timeline would really work out if we're able to pull this off.
Okay.
But it may, because I will say, it's pretty fucking devious, but I like it. Can you imagine offing someone and then throwing a ceremony in their remembrance just to off someone else at the ceremony?
I mean, that was the hope of something small to then do something bigger.
Let me play I think it's called Devil's Advocate. If we are doing a charity event in order to support the person who dies, who you all actually murder, that is the mayor, and then someone else dies at our event, or during our event, that will ruin us, and we will never be able to help in this capacity again. It's too convenient, and I will say that would most likely make us the culprits. It would take the heat off of you, but that would ruin us.
It would be suspicious at least, yeah.
But if that is the only way to take out Persona Craft, I think we'd all be... And he'll look at the band. I think that's the sacrifice we would make.
Now that I think about it, yes, some other corps might like to hear you play because you're not ragging on their stuff, but why would Clarice come out to a group playing that is shitting on her company? She's not going to show up for that.
But...
Not in a good mood, at least.
she may hate us so much that she just leaves. The exact
But
zone
if she knows
for the
Dear-
Like,
evening.
leaves the zone and we hit her outside of it?
Oh.
Not necessarily hit outside, but you were talking about demolitions. If she hates us that much, she may just leave the exact zone for the evening.
And we run over to her place, plant a bomb, and goes off.
Y'all thought of the bomb idea.
It's one of the cards in our hand.
It is a plan.
If I can, going back to when Score said it's the sacrifice we're willing to make, how did everyone react to that?
Roll a human perception.
Can I as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we'll add our last 4 to that, because I want this. I want this.
13.
13.
17.
17. And did Cerveau want to do that as well?
I will, but I will say my empathy is really bad. But I'll add my 3 special luck points to it. Why not?
You can add those afterwards.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I will bother. I got a 7.
Okay. With those numbers, the band is built on taking down Persona Craft. Everybody in this room has been affected by Persona Craft. When Score says it's a sacrifice we're willing to make, you believe that wholeheartedly.
The goal, one of the ideas with our other plan as well, was when we would go after Rhodes, we'd find a way to put it on Militech. That Militech supported, fund were the brains behind it. If we were to follow through with your performance, your distraction, is there a way that we could connect Militech to... It was Militech's idea to send you there. I mean, it would still put heat on you, but there'd at least be a higher up as well.
We could possibly even just play it off as them not being involved at all, if we're able to pin it all on Militech.
That's true, but I just feel like it should be mentioned. I mean, you play in the mud, you're gonna get dirty.
I think if we were to connect ourselves to Militech and then Militech gets blamed for it, if Militech is not directly involved and we made a distraction, it could be possible that instead of Persona Craft coming after us, Militech does.
And I don't think Militech would think twice. With Persona Craft, it might be a possibility since it is your mother, but Militech won't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And it might not stay consistent with who you are, that you'd have a court backing you anyway.
If this is something that you need us to do on the 20th, we can try. But it will not be as productive if we had longer to plan for it. But we can if that is what you wish us to do.
It's hard to decide because if we don't really know where Clarice will be other than her house, which is in the exec zone, and we pull off this job, security is going to bump up. And
sorry, above table, keep going. I thought you were done, my fault.
No, I was just going to say, and we may not be able to get in. Like, at all.
And the plan with Rhodes, that is a set in stone deadline. Like, what we have, that is our opening. That's not one we're able to push off a month or whenever. That is when it happens.
So we can take comfort in the fact that Militech will be implicated for the disappearance of the Rhodeses, and we could try to play into that.
Is it just the mayor?
And the
And spouse.
And his spouse. The mayor has other family, doesn't he? Could we do a charity event for his other family then?
That was the further thought of mine, but I feel like we still run into the same problems.
It would just be too convenient. I mean, they're going to try to peg it on someone. They're going to tie the dots together. And now, the more that we talk about it, I feel like we might be putting an artificial crunch on taking Clarice out.
Artificial, but convenient. Yeah.
I mean, how if we don't know what her schedule is, other than she goes home every night? Unless we somehow are able to track her. I mean, I guess we know she goes to the PC office, but
Our contact that is in Counter Intel is going. I don't have any connections to track her in any way.
Yeah, I think it's a big risk. We're trying to guess how the dominoes are going to fall after we take Rhodes out, and if we get that wrong, then it's going to screw up whatever plan we had for Clarice.
It would be more realistic for us to do a charity case for a person not connected to PersonaCraft. The mayor's daughter or children. How many children does he have? I know he has a daughter.
I thought he just said the one.
I haven't really paid attention, but I think there's the one.
But I know, having done, probably articles during the election time.
As far as has been published, Andra is an only child.
She's an only child, as far as I know.
Is she connected to PersonaCraft at all? Besides the fact that her father is backed by PersonaCraft. But then again, us playing a show for them, or his daughter, after the person who is backed by PersonaCraft is murdered, could make us look like we were involved in it.
I think it's reasonable to assume she's involved. I mean, it's a family thing at this point, right? I mean, Rhodes is so involved, it would make sense that his daughter would be.
Not all family members go according to what their parents do.
I was going to say, in what capacity? You're involved with PersonaCraft, but not in the way you would think. Perhaps it's the same with Andra.
Y'all seem to have a better connection to this Andra than I do.
I've just had to write a lot of articles during the election, so I become pretty familiar with the family, at least from what's out there.
Name and relation is all we have. I mean, they were at the festival, so they seemed close there.
Then what do we do? Execs are more likely to back their own. But also, if this is connected heavily to PersonaCraft, it would look strange if we came in and did a charity case?
It would look less strange if there was some connection you had with their daughter, some personal connection, but that would be a tough thing to fake over a week.
I do not have one.
I'm starting to think we do the Rhodes gig and then see how the chips fall.
Yeah, it might
We're trying
not
to predict the future here.
There's too many moving pieces. And I think it would be easier. The opportunity to take out Rhodes is here. We have that. And we need to take it. Clarice's opportunity, it's there, but with a lot of issues. And I think the possibility of getting Clarice somewhere else, seeing as how she's not a public figure like Rhodes is, it's a higher chance we could take care of her separately. But Rhodes, this is... I don't know if it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but it's a really fucking good opportunity.
Will taking Rhodes out help in the Persona Craft case?
I mean, it does hit him. And he's there, he's there seeding the city's government, so...
He's the string puller as far as making concessions for Persona Craft.
Can you fake it to where they won't replace him? Because didn't you say they replaced Baxter?
They did, yeah.
I think if we're thinking big picture, it would be a slight step back for them to get replaced, absolutely, but I think bigger picture is that we plant the seed that Militech has a problem with them. That would cause a whole lot of other issues. So yeah, they could get replaced, and that would suck, but bigger picture is they'd be against each other.
If we can spin the narrative that Militech is behind the disappearance of the mayor, who is in Persona Craft's pocket, Persona Craft now has an issue with Militech, and will be focusing their attention on Militech, since now war has been declared.
Waged.
Yes. Waged.
Creating chaos that focuses somewhere else is a very good idea.
It's not explosions. It's a lot of covert chaos.
So we do the chaos and precision, maybe, somehow. We start the chaos, but then let the chaos unfold and we can be precise.
Yeah, I think Cerveau has the right idea. I don't know that we can do both. But once we take care of Isaiah, we may be able to make it work.
Well, again, we're not good at covert. But if you believe that this will help with the Persona Craft case, what can we provide for you to make this go a little smoother?
Well, the vehicle I have, I guess we haven't really talked it over. I figure might be the one that gets us into the exec zone, and I want some work done. I don't know what yet, but if I can give you a bill after.
Yeah. You can send us a bill.
At this point, if we could just open a line of credit with you, or a tab, if you will, and... because right now, I think what we need is to prepare.
With preparing, I cannot... If everything bought for this is under my credit, it will get pulled back to me. But if you can separate your tabs, if you can separate your lines, I can provide hard eddies for that.
I was going to say, I think hard eddies for most all of this stuff. Not that we're asking for those bags of cash, but no traces.
That makes sense, and we're happy to be a line of... I feel like that's all we're good for. A line of eddies.
This is what you're good at. It's not all you're good for.
But if this will help us take down PersonaCraft, we're happy to fork up whatever you need.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of ideas, and once we narrow it down, I think we'll have a clearer idea of what we can use you for rather than just your eddies.
Well, whenever you all come to a conclusion of what you wish us to fork up, you have a week, correct?
20th.
Yeah.
And if there's anything we can do for you on the outside, we're very happy to help.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what we need and let you know.
Yeah. I will say for now, the first thing I need is another wine mixer.
I can do that! And Bo will start mixing these drinks for you again and pour a red for Iris. And as the night progresses, they also mention if you need a ripper, they have one. That is very discreet. They will cover the cost of any ripper docks you need, any cyberware you need. All of that is something that they will provide. The money for, at least. And as the night progresses, score will, towards the end of the evening. With us being so close to taking down PersonaCraft, what are your plans afterwards?
I'll be honest, I didn't want to put the pressure on myself of coming up with that. Seems like the expectations are too high.
I meant more so, what are your goals? What do you want to do?
Like when I grow up?
I guess it is kind of a similar question. Sometimes it's nice to have those goals before something this big. That way you have something to aim for afterwards. Otherwise, it's just hollow.
I don't have anything after, but it's not hollow. I mean, they've taken everything from me. The entire course of my life from like 10 years old has been fucked up by them. So it's the one goal. It's the present and the future. It's everything.
Most days I don't even have tomorrow planned. This week plan. This plan we have a week from now. I think the furthest away I've ever planned anything in the 3 months, 4. It's been day to day for.
I am the newest to this whole situation. I was just trying to get a story. And then I got wrapped up in all of this. And in that time, I've lost so much because of them. But I still had my goals prior. And perhaps once this is all done, I can, if I'm alive, can try to go back and complete those goals. but I don't really think about the future too often at this point.
Night City's good at taking that away, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd already lost a lot before all this, and now I'm technically not even myself. So I'm not replaced. I'm, as far as I know. But
And what about you all? What happens to settling the score after you settle the score?
Make a new band and write music that isn't so hateful.
I mean, you can do that now. Write songs about a better future. What it would be like if certain things didn't exist. The possibilities of a better world. It's hard to imagine at this point. I get it. But I don't know. You don't have to wait.
I think the hate is a bit too strong at the moment.
How did you guys even all form?
Oh, we went to high school together. Yeah, we went to academy. Can you believe we went to academy for Biotechnica? We were supposed to be the next execs.
High school. Wow, yeah. I don't talk to anyone from high school. Wow. Oh, yeah. Good, strong friendship. That's awesome.
Yeah, we've been in this for quite a while.
That's cool.
Now we just have to hope we all make it out.
Well, I don't know about these two, but I'll do my best to make sure you do.
Oh, well, thank you.
Plan on it.
I guess they won't.
We'll be okay. I mean, just because we don't know what the future is doesn't mean there won't be one. It's just, I can't see that far ahead right now.
And I guess we plan for no future. But maybe hope for one.
Seems solid enough.
And as the night progresses, you all are able to head home and start planning for what is to come. The next week happens. You all may do a hustle, you may do therapy, or something else. If you do wish to do something else, though, we will hold that for next time.
I was thinking about trying to get in touch with Tracker for if there's a night market planned sometime in the week. And we don't have to do that this time, but that was my other plan. If that is just an evening thing, though, I'm totally gonna therapize myself.
Okay. What level of therapy did you want to do?
Max level brain fucked therapy.
1,000 eddies? Go ahead and roll your 4d6s.
Can I can't add luck to that.
You cannot.
1,000 eddies?
1,000 eddies and 4d6s.
Okay, let's mix them up. 2 from one set, 2 from another. Here we go. Not the worst. I must right down the middle. 11.
You get 11 humanity back. And with that, Iris, therapy, hustle, or something else?
Let's do max therapy.
1,000 eddies and 46s.
Okay. 1,000. Okay. Okay. 15.
You get 15 humanity back.
Sick.
And with that, Lucas, hustle, therapy, something else.
Yeah, if we can side hustle it on top of, I don't know, buying and going for everything that we want to get later on, then yes, absolutely, side hustle.
All right, side hustle. Roll me a d6.
D6. 6.
Alrighty, with a 6, are you rank 4 or 5 for Nomad?
5.
Okay,
Yes, 5.
with being a rank of 5 and rolling a 6, you get 100 eddies. But you couldn't really find much work this week, legit or illicit.
Damn.
But you do get 100 eddies as you manage to find very simple things. You all are able to plan and provide a list to score of things you want, of things you need, get them installed, etc. And it is now the 20th. In the late hours of the evening or early hours of the morning, you will be entering the exec zone. If you fail, your life is practically forfeit. But if you succeed, this is your ticket into the big leagues. This is the first step in a list to take down Persona Craft. And with that, at the start of next session, we'll talk about what you ordered from Score, what you got, and what your plan is. But as you all head into the unknown, that is where we're going to call tonight's session.
I'm nervous.
It's gonna be fine.
Do you think Rogue would notice us if we pull this off?
Thank you so much for watching session 28 of Homomachina. If you're excited for session 29, please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell that we get notified when the next session comes out. Please make sure to check out our player social media accounts as well. You can find those links in the description below. We'll see you later, chooms.